Hello, welcome to all you Aquarians. Welcome for your monthly horoscope for Aquarius in general, for those who have an ascendant in Aquarius, those who have a sun sign or a moon sign in Aquarius. And let's have a look what the planets are doing. Now, I think two significant things are happening. First of all, there's what we call a stallion in the sky during the month of November. And that stallion is in Scorpio, and stallion means 3 or more planets in the same sign. So that's one significant thing. And secondly, Saturn, which is your ruler, don't forget, in traditional astrology. So Uranus is your modern ruler, you could say, and Saturn is your old ruler. And Saturn is highlighted. Why? Because it is triggered by faster planets, 3 faster planets. So I'll explain that in a minute. But let's start with the stallion. So whenever there is a stallion, so 3 or 4 planets in the same sign in Scorpio, which is for you Aquarians in the highest point of the horoscope, it means that it's going to be a focus on that house, on that area of life. There's going to be an overdose when it comes to what that house means. It's going to be, and as it is in Scorpio, it's going to be a super focus, a commitment, a focus, a deep learning towards that 10th house. I know that for a lot of people that will be work, but for I've seen many times as well when women want to become a mom, for instance, there can be this cluster of planets in the 10th house. So maybe some of you are trying to get pregnant. It could have to do with that as well. And for others who don't work, it could have to do with how they want to be perceived in the world, what they do for the collective. It could be that you were a housewife and your destiny, you could say, or a part of what you are here for is to have that feeling of, yes, I've raised those kids in a very good way. Or it could be other kinds of types of work, or that you do for free or whatever. But that's the 10th house. I'm trying to explain you the different areas of the 10th house. It could also be authorities in your life when you are a younger person. Could be your parents or a parent. So that's the 10th house. Now, having that stallion there together with Saturn there, being there for the last time, and this is really, really significant because it's your ruler. It means a very important month, especially the first 2 weeks of the month. Now, having Saturn, your ruler, being for 2 years now in Scorpio at the peak of your horoscope there, means that it's at its ending time now, because next month it's going to shift to another house. And there it will start the Saturn process all over again. So it means that the Saturn process is finished. It means that the Saturn process, which is about the discipline, the commitment, the focus, the working hard, that has been terminated. And so for a lot of you, it can mean that you have decided to do what you're doing now, or there is a kind of a completion that has to do with work that comes to a fruition. But the fruition will be not this month, probably will be next month, because Saturn is still in that 10th house in these general horoscopes. So the fruits of Saturn only come when Saturn has been dealt with. So Saturn is done with the transit. And it is as if the stars and the planets are saying, hey, because it's the last time that Saturn is there in the 10th house, I'm going to make it a little bit more intense. So you could say the last pieces of work are sometimes the hardest. It's that kind of energy, because Saturn will have 3 personal planets crossing it. So Venus, first of all, is in Scorpio as well and will aspect your Saturn, your ruler, in Scorpio in the 10th. Then Mercury will come and will also conjunct Saturn, and then the Sun will come and also conjunct Saturn. So that's why Saturn is hugely brought to the surface. So if you are in a situation where you say, I had a plan for work or a new job or a new project and it has been hard, it has been very, very much demanding energy, very, very much demanding your discipline, the fruits will come. The reward will come next month. So keep on going there. That's the best advice I think I can give you. Keep on going. It's almost finished. For those, it could also mean some women who are trying to get pregnant. With all that Saturn there, with all that energy there, probably you're becoming a bit, be aware that if you are becoming too attached and too willing, especially with Venus there, Venus is your what you value, and if you're wanting too much, you can't have it. So you will probably be able to release that, especially next month, and then you will be ready for it. It simply means that at this stage, time is not in you're not ready for it, or there's still some things that you need to learn before that comes into fruition. But it can also mean something that has been hard for you when it comes to work, when it comes to how you want to stand in the world, and that will release itself in December. So that's pretty good. So quite intense energy going on, not only because it's Saturn, but also because it's all in Scorpio. And Scorpio is a fixed sign, so is you. You are also a fixed sign. So that can make it a bit more challenging for you. But again, it's not going to last forever. As from the middle of the month, Venus is already going into Sagittarius, which is your 11th house, which is wonderful. Because then you will feel a bit more flamboyant. Venus in the 11th house is very flamboyant. It's about opening up, being expansive again, and that's ultimately something that is also important for an Aquarian, because an Aquarian wants to it wants to have this future and this hope and these wishes, these objectives, that they come true. That's also the Aquarian. So very interesting month there for Aquarians. And what else is happening? Of course, Jupiter in your 7th house, so keep on having that open heart towards your loved one, towards people that come into your life, because Jupiter in the 7th means good people crossing your way, good people crossing your path and finding a lot of meaning there. Even when you are already in a long-term relationship, it's very positive for relationships. So take that opportunity as well. And then the last thing that I wanted to mention for you was Mars in the 12th house. So whilst all this is going on, you will also have Mars into the 12th house, and then aspecting Pluto, because Pluto is also in your 12th house. What does it mean? It means that there's also work done behind the scenes that has to do with you trying to figure out how next month you are going to put your boundaries with yourself and with your other people, with other people who are close to you. So you're thinking about it. You're not applying it yet because it's behind the scenes. So when Mars comes into your sign, which will be next month as well. So next month is really going to be your month, Aquarians. Really exciting with the Mars return. So a lot of projects. It's a good time to kick them off during the month of December. So now it's still the hard work done, but you're almost there. Thank you very much, lovely Aquarians, and thank you very much for listening, and see you next month. Bye bye.